Hi, we're now into number 5 of the retention series, which is all about recognition and support. So when we're talking about recognition, I've spoken in the last couple of videos where I've talked about recognising people for above and beyond. So giving them letters of thanks, certificates of commendation, all those sorts of things. They're all there. What about the quiet achiever? What about the person that's sitting there in the background that continues to work away in the quiet but doesn't really show a lot to everybody? Doesn't really like the big, hey, look how good this person's been. They don't like any of that stuff. They just like being able to show that feel that what they're doing is making a difference. It's a really good way for us to be able to support them and on the whole, everybody in our team by thinking about getting them into some internal motivators. So internal motivators are helping them build their competency, helping them practice autonomy, and helping them to feel like a sense and a part of the family. So when we talk about feeling like a part of the family and feeling like a part of the team, that sense of relatedness, really good example in the recruitment and retention kit of a captain in a remote rural brigade that would once a year put on a great big under the tree, big dinner outside. Everyone brought something from their farm. He'd bring their chickens and all that sort of stuff. And then what they'd do is they'd have a great big table with all the family members and the members as a big way of saying a communal thank you. Great way for him in that community to be able to keep that sense of community together. It shows what the brigade stands for. And it also recognises that we, not just us as volunteers and us as staff members, but we rely on the greater sense of our families to be able to help us support during those times of need. So it's a great way to recognise it, and it's actually about how you do it in that local space. I've talked about keeping in contact with members that have dropped off before, so we won't touch on that again, but just important to highlight that that's a part of the recognition space, not only for the people that are there, but also for the people that aren't there. Sometimes when people drop off, it's because of the fact that something has gone wrong, and it could be internal or external to the brigade. So we talk about support for members. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be a counsellor, so I've put that up there as a bit of a heading to understand that many of us, when we take on a leadership role, we do get that feeling that we become surrogate family members and that people come to us and tell us all of their issues, and you go, I don't think I really know or should know this stuff or how to deal with it. If they're doing this and they're speaking to you in that space, congratulations. That means there's a level of trust. That's really, really important. But it's also really important to say that you don't have to deal with this matter alone. Them telling you is their way of getting pressure off their collective shoulders. It's really about what they're going to do with that afterwards. If they're looking to you to help and you're not in a position where you think you should or you can, think of it like first aid. This is very much the space of first aid. All you're doing is trying to make sure that you refer them as quickly as possible to try and get that issue solved. Just say you have a member that breaks their ankle. If you've got first aid, you're not going to try and reset that ankle and put a plaster cast around it and say, I'll see you in 6 weeks. No. What you're going to do is you're going to refer them to the proper person who can give them the right support. So that's what I'm talking about with support from members, making sure that those people get into that space as quickly as possible. So let's talk about making sure that we know the SIS hotline. So 1-800 049 049 Okay, so just 1-800 049 933, and that's the critical incident support line, but that also helps with welfare as well. Okay, so calling through to them means that you get to speak to someone who is trained and able to assist members and also yourself with how you set the frame of mind up. So that's a really important snapshot for us when we talk about recruitment and retention. So for that big mix, having recognition and support networks set up are absolutely vital for you. So that's all I'm going to go into with that one. Let's move on to the last of the videos in this series, which is all about being structured and interesting.